You guys, this feels surreal. 1 week from today, Create Your Own Cozy launches into the world. I, of course, have known about this book for how long? 2 years? A year? It's a very long process. And again, I always admire people on this app that share like the entire journey while they're doing it. That has seemed impossible for me since becoming a mom. So I tend to only share like little bits of things. So I've known about it for so long, but I've only announced it a couple months ago, probably too late again in the publishing world. I always say this, no matter how many books we put out, I will never ever be a pro author or understand the publishing world. It always feels weird putting things out into the world, and as a creative, I truly hope that my work can help others. I did want to talk about it a little bit today just because we're a week out and I know so many are going to order when it launches. And thank you from the bottom of my heart to those who have pre-ordered. It means the world. Again, something I learned entering the publishing world is that pre-orders matter. I didn't know that before. So now when fellow authors that I follow launch a book, I'm so quick to pre-order because I know that big stores like Target and places like that look at the pre-orders. So anyways, things I'm learning and hopefully sharing well with you. I didn't want you to be surprised by the book because it is different than the other Cozy White Cottage books in the series. And we are ending on this note of having a more interactive book. So the other cozy books in the series also had 100 tips, and so does this one. But with a lot of the tips in this book, Create Your Own Cozy, there is interactive parts that talk or ask you important questions to get you to the conclusion of what your own version of cozy is. So, we're talking everything from healthy lifestyle, meal planning, health journeys, and then each month has its own checklist of how to maintain your home, places to add your own items in that are custom to your home. So June home maintenance checklist here. We have clean the deck, porch, patio, check for any damage, apply fresh coats of stain and paint. That's just number one. But we have cozy around the table. We have finding everyday joy. And there's this huge journaling page right here. And the question is, what truly brings you joy? And it's just one of my favorite questions in the book is writing a letter to your past self and your future self, after talking about the tip. Another thing that makes this book unique is I did, for the photography, I did a lot of flat lays that were really inspiring to me throughout the book, and also a lot of illustrations, because I didn't want the book to just be about me and my home. I wanted you to see yourself in the book. So we have a lot of places with mood boards, but then also illustrations and flat lays, because I didn't want you to think my version of cozy had to be your version of cozy. So in the book, I wouldn't expect a lot of interior design spaces and things like that. I hope the photos are very inspiring to you and get you to a conclusion, but also I want you, for instance, in the gardening section, there's a lot of really pretty illustrations like this right here, and a lot of just close-ups of, this is from our garden last year. So I wanted you to be able to see yourself in the book, and that's what makes this one unique, is it's not just me showing you our home and saying, this is cozy, because yes, that is my version of cozy. So there is a little bit of that in here as inspiration, but also I wanted you to get to the conclusion of seeing your version of cozy. One of the cozy spaces on our farm is the greenhouse, so of course I had to include that. So there are photos of our spaces, but a lot of definite close-up photography, just so that you were able to not get distracted and get to your conclusion. There's also a spot to make your own mission statement. I could keep going and talk to you for hours, and I plan to when the book launches. But just really sentimental today as we're a week out. That feels unreal. I'm so excited from the bottom of my heart for you to get this book. I know that when it lands in the hands of the people that need it, it is going to help immensely. Cozy is deeper than a throw pillow or a throw blanket, and that is part of it. Touch, obviously. Cozy to me is my five senses being at peace at once, but it's so much deeper than that. It is a feeling of safety. It is our lifestyle. It is everything in harmony. And so it's deeper than our decor that I'm often sharing here. And so I know that this is going to make a huge difference to a lot of people because all of this has made a huge difference to me. So 1 week from today, the book launches. I'm excited, and I hope you are too. So who wants to felt all of the things now? Because I do. Here is one of the little ornaments that I posted last night in the reel, and it's so funny. I had said, oh, I almost didn't post because I noticed a flaw, and the flaw was simply because I have zero patience and I touched it too early. So the only thing that this DIY requires that might be hard is patience. So just little patience goes a long ways. Don't touch them too early. But I have been felting. I felted a couple frames, and it's just really fun, really easy, and it adds a cozy element to your tree or to anything. It kind of just softens things up. Again, I just used a kit. There are a couple different ways that I will hopefully get to share with you. But you can kind of see just how soft and how I love this color too. The colors are great. But there's a million colors to choose from, and you can kind of experiment with them. But again, super easy. This was just a clear plastic cheap ornament, and now it's felt. At Target, and they do have sets of velvet ornaments that I wanted to share with you guys in case you didn't want to make your own. They have them in a couple different colorways. So if you're looking for some, you don't want to DIY, there are these. They also have a little cream tree, so if you're wanting to add a cream tree, they have it in the small version.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no...
Doing? What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around.